Okay, Claire, this is for you. Turn a little light on there and see if that helps out just a little bit. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you can see that a little bit better. Okay, Claire. What I do, now this, I've already printed on this, so it's just for demonstration. I'm not going to put it in my printer or anything, but because I've already printed on one side of it. So, but now I just use plain old piece of, paper. I don't really like. I have used cardstock, but I don't really like to because it's thicker. And I'd like to keep this as thin as possible. It's a little stiffer. I like the paper because it's not so stiff and it just keeps everything able to turn and move a little bit, and of course less bulk mostly. Okay, so all I do is I usually print a test page first if I'm not sure, if it's a new photo or something and I'm not really sure where it's going to fit at on my paper. I don't print it on the fabric, but I just print it on a piece of paper just so I know that I've got my exact position. My fabric will be in the correct place for when I do print it out. But anyway, after I determine on my paper, I will, cut me a piece of fabric the size that I need. I try not to, I usually don't print an 8x11 because it's really large and you got more of a chance of your fabric getting caught or messed up. So I try to keep it something smaller, and I keep the fabric, I like to have a border around it, but I don't want it to be huge or anything, any bigger than I have to. Anyway, I just place it where I know my photo's going to come out on it, be printed. A lot of them that I do, they're up in the corners, so I do it like this or whatever. But then just plain old tape, just plain old 3 for $1, whatever, rolls of tape, and you can use scratch paper, because when you get through here, this paper's not going to be any good or anything. And all I do is I just take my tape and I pick me a spot and I just start taping this down. Okay, just like this. And that way there's no rough edges here. The paper can run through the printer. And I will do this, all the way around. And I try and keep it kind of close to the edge. Just to make sure, that in case the photo's bigger or whatever. And like I said, I just do this all the way around. Just tape all this down. And if there's any hanging over the edge, you can wrap it around, but normally when I get through taping it, I will pick it up and I will cut it off, just because of the bulk. Okay, but anyway, that's what I do. And I do it all the way around. I go back and I do it in the middle, and stuff, and especially at the top, because that's the part, or for my printer anyway, that's the part that's going in first. Okay, and then, like I say, I tape it all the way around, then take it and put it in my printer. Ever how your printer works, I know they're all different. And anyway, when it comes out, I just get the scissors and I'll just cut me a spot in this tape. I just usually pull it up. I do wait a few minutes to make sure the ink is dry, and I'll just pull it up, and it just pulls right off your fabric. It's real easy to get off the fabric and stuff, and if there's any of it stays on the fabric, you can just pull it off, no big thing. But that's what I do. And I have had it a couple of times once it got stuck, I just pulled it out. Most of the time it prints. Occasionally, well, if anything goes wrong, it will be these, like I'll have a little ink in spots that I don't want it. Just make sure you get it smoothed out really good. And it seems like once you do that first picture, the ones after that doesn't happen. So anyway, it's kind of just and be prepared to have to, do, sometimes you will have to print the same photo twice, because it will be, one will have an ink spot or something, on it. But anyway, Claire, I hope this helps you out, and you can let me know, and I hope that your printer doesn't eat any more of your pillowcase. But anyway, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.